Good morning. I'm gonna talk about the American Revolution. The American Revolution is a period of time in the American colonies where they rebuilt the British and made their own country. This took a while, and I'm gonna talk about it. First of all, I'm gonna talk about the economical characteristics. The economical characteristics talked about how they took advantage of their territory and how they made worth it. Like for example, in that time in the 70 War, that was when the British gave everything to have the colonies. They gave many of the resources, which end up in they wanted to pay to the American. This means that for many time they use acts like the Sugar Act or the Stamp Act that were taxes to make the Americans pay a little money, which end up in a lot of money to have a benefit to the British economy. Then I'm gonna talk about the politics. In the British politics or the American politics at the time, in the American colonies, it happened a lot. Many of the ideologies used in the politics of the British end up in American, which means that the thinking and the way of acting end up in Americans, which was good in many aspects but bad in so many. Now, I'm gonna talk about the social characteristics. The social characteristics were a lot. What the people wanted most was to adjust to the British people, so they could have opportunities. So what happened was that they adjusted with the customs, with the way of acting, how they wanted the things, so they could have their identical characteristics. Now, what were the predominant ideologies? The predominant ideologies were how there is someone better, which applies to the white man border, which says that there is always someone better who can do your job. In this case, in American, the one who was the white man was the British. They took many of the resources of the American people and end up using them by their own. We can say they sacrificed the American colonies so the British Empire could stay longer. Now, how is my ideology and my question related? The white man burden, as I already said, talks about how there's someone better who can do your job. But my question talks about how the ideologies of the American Revolution stayed after it and are now relevant in the present. The Americans now they are known for their attitude. They think that America is the greatest country ever and they have everything over anyone. That's the topic. That's what the white man says. Their country is better, but they can do more at it. They can modify it and make it better. In this case, it affects what I'm going to talk about, that is the political causes. The political causes of the American Revolution were the many ideas that were put in the Americans so that they think exactly as the British. In the social topic, we can show how the British saw the Americans in an inferior way and how they wanted to act on them and make them country worse so the American could get better. In the economic area, many of the resources of the American territory were useful, not only for America but to the British, which included the many resources as land, minerals, and soil. As major effects of the revolution in the political aspects, Europe and the Americans trashing up all the ideas that the British used to have, so they could have their own new government with presidents instead of kings or leaders. Now, in the social aspects, when they are not that separated from the British, because they use their own same way of thinking that someone is better, and it's just still the same. In the economic changes, a lot of new opportunities happen because they give an open door to other countries to interact with them. So at the time, it was a big change and a positive because they could have the economic of the Americas. And now America is known for their big economy and their relation with many countries. A brief description of my primary source I analyze and how I consider it helped me. I use mainly the source of Britannia because it has many sources, many type of information, many sources and many images. Also, it has many links to information. It does not end only in that website. It takes you to other or many related to the topic you want. I also choose it because it was I was confident it was useful and the information was reliable because Britannia is used by many other students, not only me, in the tech or in many other countries, and they have proved that it's a worthy website. Now, a brief description of my artwork represents and how I really present at least one of the aspects in the topic. The artwork I chose was how the American soldiers suffered from many situations so they could get the American independence and how they made it for the future generations. Now, I'm gonna talk about my research question. You already heard this, I'm gonna talk about it. Some of the ideological effects I had on the people was to make they think they were superior to other country, other people. It does not affect them, and how even after that, they could not change. They were the upper class or the upper people were always at the best. Thank